Hello subscribers, it's EmpeiraMakeup, and today I'm going to show you guys how to get my brows. I always get a lot of questions about that, so I go kind of like in the rules of the video. But first things first, I did mine a little bit darker so that you guys can see a little bit more what I was doing. But if you'd like to learn how to do my brows, stay tuned and bring your makeup along. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to cover before we started our eyebrow tutorial. So I did my brow a little bit darker, as you can see, than I would normally do it, so you guys can see all of the details that I'm doing. But so there's 3 rules. Number 1 is don't pluck your eyebrows yet. So what you want to do is you want to take all your products and you want to try different eyebrow shapes on your face. So find your favorite guru or your favorite star and try their eyebrow shape out on yourself. And I'm going to give you tools today to try that at home because everybody's different. So number 2 is pick the right shape for your face. So you need to decide what kind of brow you want, what kind of look you want to give off, and then move from there. And then I think the 3rd one is just consistency. So you want to make sure that your brow is defined but doesn't look too drag queen. So that kind of goes part of the 2nd thing of deciding what kind of brows you want. So I like to do my brows a little bit more defined. And like I said, I did something a little bit darker so you guys can see. So the first step to that is I've already got my foundation on. I always do my brows before I do my eyes. The things that we're going to be using today is an angle brush, a brow pencil, concealer, and a flat brush like so, and also an eyeshadow. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to fill in the bulk of the brow with our eyeshadow. This is another thing that you want to decide is the color. So I'm using Omega from MAC. So I'm going to take my angle brush. So now what you want to do is make sure that they're even. So you can see how this one starts here. I want this one, and when you're doing this, you don't want to do this thing because then you're not going to have the same brow. But you do want to completely relax. Right now I'm just filling in the bulk of the brow, so I don't really need to be too exact. But I'm just going to kind of bring my brush through and fill in where my hairs are. So if you want kind of like a natural brow, that's where that is. But if I relax, you can see that this one is a little bit higher. So now I'm going to come back and define that. So when I do my brows, I like to make sure that there's a straight line here, and then the height comes down and then comes out here. So basically what you're looking for in your brow is that there's no holes, but also that it's not a square here. You don't want it to be a square. You kind of want it to melt away. So now I have the basic shape of my brow. We're going to come back in with our brow pencil. Like I said, this one's a little bit dark for me. So we're going to take this underneath the brow. And start outlining that bottom portion. So we're going to do the top. So when you're doing the top, you really want to make sure you're relaxed. And follow the roots of your hair. Come up a little bit and then come back down. Make sure that the angles of these things are the same. So now that we have the outline of our brow down, I'm going to come back with my angle brush and kind of pull that product into the brow so we can get a much softer line. So now we have our basic, they don't have to be exactly the same, but you do want them to be similar. So this one's a little bit darker, so I'm going to take just a brow brush and come through and lighten that up a little bit. So you're going to take your favorite eyeshadow base or concealer, preferably something that's long wearing, that's a little bit thicker, because we want that to be pretty thick. not to the point where it looks like it's really thick on your brows, but so I'm going to take my flat brush and put the product on both sides. And this part's very important because you're creating that nice flat under part of the brow. So you want to take a look at this guy and make sure that you're doing the same line. And the sharper you can make that underline, the better. Pull it out like that. So now we're going to blend down, and then after I blend down, I like to just use my finger to kind of like soften that up. I don't go right into that line I just made underneath the brow because then that's going to mess it up. And if you want to kind of touch up the top, you can. And there you go. So there are your brows. You can see, like I said, a little bit stronger. So we have determined our shape. We have executed, and now if you'd like to pluck so that when your brows look more like that shape when they're not filled in, now is when you would do it. I don't know if you can see, maybe a little bit under here, you would want to take your tweezers and just take out everything that's underneath or in that foundation line, and then once you're done, your brows will look like this. Yay! So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them below, and then if you, the users, have an answer to the question that somebody posts, feel free to post it because I want everybody to contribute to the knowledge of makeup. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope this was really helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!